I got you.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We in there? Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, GMS Charlotte back at you with another live camp through the Spirit and Power. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Before we get started, we want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. All right, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring worldwide that's pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right, and we back out here to edify the hopeful elect. All right, you brothers and sisters and the hopeful elect around the world that's been tuning in. Okay, hey, Esau can't stop this great awakening. All right, first off, talking about the awakening dealing with the elect, man. That's the only thing that matters is the salvation of the elect of Israel, man.
Right.
All right, so we just gonna touch on different topics, man. You know, one of the main things that came out, you had Ice Cube. You know, he's all over the internet. You know, he could be set up, whatever the case may be, but he's acknowledging that, you know, we the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? A couple of brothers, elders, you know, did lessons on it, you know, responded to that. You know, but the fact is, the scriptures say that the word was going to hit the four corners of the earth. Give me that real quick.
It's the book of Matthew 24 and verse 14, and it reads, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
All right, so we're in the end, man. All right, so now that you have certain Jake celebrities that are speaking out on the fact that we are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's a major problem, man. Okay, and we always find it. I mean, it's not a coincidence because anytime like Ice Cube, whoever, man, like the brother said, Kodak Black.
Yep.
Anytime these Jakes, you know, start to speak on the fact that we are the people of the Bible, you'll see Amalek. He'll always slither his way in there and try to throw that anti-Semitism shit out there, man. Which that whole concept of anti-Semitism was created to basically to cover up the crimes of the so-called Jew, man. Okay, because we're in a time where Esau, okay, starting with the top tribe, which is Amalek, and he's being exposed, man. Okay, so they're doing everything they can to try to stop this this movement, if you will, man. Okay, this great awakening, but according to prophecy, that ain't gonna happen. Okay, because first of all, how can anybody be anti-Semitic when we all Shemitic, man?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just a play on words, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a play on you people's minds out there that don't know any better, man. Because here it is, Ice Cube is saying the things he's saying, but they're saying that he's spewing out hate speech, you know, and all of this madness. He's anti-Semitic and all of that, man. But hey, but what about what the scriptures say? Give me that in Isaiah 63, start at 17, I think.
It's the book of Isaiah 63 and verse 17. It reads, "O Lord Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways and harden our hearts from thy fear?
Yep.
Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance."
The tribes of thy inheritance, man. Okay, so the so-called Jew, we're the rest of the tribes, man. You know, they identify themselves as what? Levi. But where the rest of the tribes at, man?
Whatever that means.
How come the so-called Jew ain't out on the four corners of the earth prophesying, man?
All right, well,
You know?
why don't you ever hear them talk about the Northern Kingdom?
Right. You see? Go ahead, read that again.
This is Isaiah 63 and 17.
See,
It
the
reads,
point is that all these mind games that these devils try to play, they ain't working on Jake, man. They ain't working on the elect, I should say, man.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Isaiah 63 and 17. "O Lord Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways and harden our heart from thy fear?
Yep.
Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance."
Yep. And that's what's happening in the earth right now. Go ahead.
Verse 18. "The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary."
Yep. So the point is that the scriptures say that our adversaries have trodden down our sanctuary, man. Because over there in the so-called in the land of Israel today, you have heathen over there, man. You have our enemies, man. Okay, you got Amalek and the so-called Palestinian.
Yeah, Amalek, Palestinian, and the original Babylonians.
You know, they all in that land when they're not supposed to be in that land, man. Any more in there? Was there any more in there?
Verse 19. "We are thine. Thou never bearest rule over them. They were not called by thy name."
One more time, Mark.
Verse 19. "We are thine. Thou never bearest rule over them."
Right, so the scriptures say we belong unto the Lord, man. But the so-called Jew was never called by the Lord's name. Go ahead.
They were not called by thy name.
Yep. So that's the point, man. So that cuts all of that anti-Semitism, all of the counter arguments that these devils try to set up, man. Okay. The bottom line is that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Hispanics are the chosen people of the Most High, man.
That's right.
All right. We are the Israelites of the Scriptures, man.
That's right.
And there's no stopping the prophecies, man. Okay. You got something?
I was gonna say because they call themselves the Jews, but when you ask them, where does that go back to? They don't give you an answer because the Jews, all that is a derivative of the tribe of Judah, man. And as you know, the scriptures tell you that Judah is so-called black according to the scriptures. That right there is a cut into these so-called Jews, man.
Go ahead.
This is Zephaniah chapter 9, verse 6.
Yep.
And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
What is a bastard? An illegitimate son, man.
Yep.
Okay. Keep going.
And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Right. So there's a bastard that's dwelling in the land of Israel right now, man. Going into what? The so-called Jew, Amalek, man. Okay. See, these Edomites, they're not gonna go into these scriptures, man. They skip and hop right over these scriptures. All right. And they're all supposed to be about the what they call the Tanakh, right?
Right.
Yep. Well, how come they don't go over these scriptures, man?
Yep.
And that's a heavy prophecy because when you look at the word Philistine, that really goes back to Palestinian. And the Palestinians now are the so-called Arabs, but they're not the original Palestinians, which are the Hamites,
Right.
man. So everybody has lost their true nationality,
Yep.
man.
That's right.
But we in that time where the Lord is lifting up that covering cast. He's taking the veil off these nations, man. And the prophets, the men of Yahweh Shem Shai, are the ones that are identifying the nations, man. We're telling you who you are, man.
I got a quick
Go ahead,
precept. This is the book of Revelation 2 and 9. It reads, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Come on, man. It's straight to the point, man. Okay, the synagogue of Satan, man. They say that they are Jews, but they're not, man. And see, that's why we, like I was saying, anytime there's a Jake, okay, a celebrity Jake, all right, that finds out that he's an Israelite, Amalek is always going to try to come in there and throw a diversion, man. Oh, you speaking hate speech, all right? You speaking conspiracies, man. To try to throw, basically, to try to throw Jake off from his faith, man.
Back during the draft, back during the draft, my man Jerry Judy for Alabama.
Boom.
Did that happen with him?
Prime example.
Yeah.
He said that his friends called him Jew for short. You know what I'm saying? And then the NFL, they ended up making him apologize, saying that he was being anti-Semitic and all of this bullshit. Because you see, hey, anytime Jake start talking, these Edomites, they get shook, man. They're like, damn, more of them waking up, man. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, it's all, like we said, it's all damage control, man. All deflection, man.
When you have these people of high stature come out and say these things, man, that's gonna make the people look.
Yeah.
'Cause really, what the big thing was, a couple years ago when Kendrick Lamar dropped that Damn album, and he pretty much said, don't call me black no more, I'm an Israelite. You had everybody,
People
going
was mad.
and looking into that. You had I think it was Vice. I believe that they had a whole segment about who, the Hebrew Israelite, all that stuff. Pretty much saying, well, if he part of a hate group and all that, So that's going to show you. So when these celebrities come out and say these things, man, Esau has to go pretty much do damage control.
Right. That's what they did with what's his name? With the Lakers, Lamar Odom. You know what I'm saying? He had a clothing line. He had a clothing line called Son of Man. All right, and he actually had the images of the Messiah with the white woolly hair, red eyes, dark brown skin. He had the scripture on there, and he was promoting that, man. And then right after that, they found him in a sex brothel, overdosed on drugs. All of a sudden, you see what I'm saying? So this knowledge is a major threat, man. You see what I'm saying? So hey, Amalek, he's doing everything in his power to keep people from speaking about this, man. Go ahead,
This is
Give me
Sirach.
that Baruch too.
Sirach 13 and 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, when a rich man speaks, going into these celebrities, man. People of status, man. Okay, when they speak, that's when everybody want to listen, man. But here it is, the prophet's been out here for years, man. Started with our elders and apostles, a great millstone, and nobody want to hear them. But let a nigga with some status get up here and say that we Israel. Oh, everybody want to listen, man.
It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yep.
And look,
Yep.
what he said. They stole it to the clouds.
Yep, they hold it up. They hold it up. They hold it up to high esteem. Man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will not help to overthrow
They
him.
say, who is this nigga?
Get your pants.
Get your hand. What these niggas talking about?
Do that right there, no, there. Right there, face.
You don't know that.
You know, but a matter of fact, get Ezekiel 3, because the Lord said that if we was another nation, they would listen. Israel would listen to Jacob.
Right.
I mean, Israel would listen. But matter of fact, get that Ezekiel 3 and what is it? Verse. Let me get that with you. Bible Salakia.
Oh,
Yeah, get that one too.
Yeah.
Get that one too. Ezekiel. Salakia, my brother. It's Ezekiel. Ezekiel 5 and 6 is the point. Yeah, get that real quick. You know.
5 and 6?
Yep, Ezekiel 3, 5, and 6.
It's Ezekiel 3 and 5. For thou art sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel, not to many people of a strange speech and a hard language. Those whose words thou canst not understand, surely had I sent thee to them.
Yeah, read it again. Read it a little bit slower. Slack it. Verse 6.
Not many people of a strange speech and of a hard language,
Yep.
whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right, so if the Lord has sent another nation to tell Jake that he was the chosen people, that the Israelites of the Bible, so forth, so on and so forth, Jake would listen, man. You know, but here it is, the prophets out here giving you the word simplicity, okay, and Jake would just straight up just cast it behind him, man. Just showing you the hypocrisy of Jake, man. You know, Jake is wicked, man. You know, but go back to where we was at. You had the Baruch. Yeah, give me that real quick. You know, but because the point of the matter is that, hey, this word it ain't gonna be stopped, man. All right, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. The Lord said that His word was not gonna go out void, man. Yeah, get that real quick. Yeah.
This is Mark 6 and 4. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own men, and in his own house.
Yep. Go ahead.
So pretty much, you know, we don't get the proper respect that we deserve for bringing this word out, because these people out here don't truly understand the gravity of what this Bible is about, man. So unless somebody like a Kenneth Lamar or Ice Cube or somebody of renowned status in the society says something according to the Bible, now everybody wants to look at it and take heed of it. And like I said, when we bring this out, man, and we're looked at as like nobody's because we have no status here, so the things that we say don't hold weight towards the people in this world.
And a prime example of that, you had some young thugs sharing some Bible verse. Niggas was posting that shit, the young thug shit. Who the fuck would take advice from young thug? Wow. Come on, man. Like that just shows you the depravity of our people, man. You uphold here it is. You have honorable men seeking to please you. How about Shemal Shah? You ignore them, but you take the advice of a nigga that wear a dress.
Right, any case.
Right.
Yeah. That's Jake.
And a Birkin man. Shit's crazy. Yeah. That's where we at. This is where our nation is completely destroyed, man. Right. This is really where we at. It's sad, man. This is the book of Baruch 2, and I'll start at 29. And it reads, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter thee.
Yep, because according to the curses, all right, the nation of Israel was scattered to the four corners of the earth. And how did that happen? Through slavery and the different captivities where Jake fled to, man. All right? So the nation of Israel spread all over the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Right, so that's what's happening. That's the problem that's going on the earth, man. That's why Esau labeled you as a black identity extremist. All right, because you've come back to your identity. You know, when you read between the lines, read it again.
This is verse 30, Baruch 2 and 30, it reads, I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
It says in the land of their captivities, all right, not only in America, but all these different countries where Jake has been scattered to, Jake is remembering himself, man. All right, and that's through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahushua, going back to what? Ezekiel the 37th chapter, man. or how the Lord put the skin and the breath back in us, man. He stood us upon our feet. Go ahead.
Verse 31.
He said, hey, the scriptures say that a cry was made, man. You know, that cry going back into the awakening of Israel, man. That's why you see all these different camps, man. You know? Keep going.
Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Right, so that's what's happening right now, man. That's happening on all levels with Jake. From the lowest Jake to these celebrity Jakes, man. Everybody's hearing the word, man. Okay? Acts the 17th chapter tells you that honorable men believed on the gospel, man. And when you go into that word honorable, it goes back to a person with status, man, wealth and status. So you could tie that to these so-called celebrities today, man, these Jakes, man. Because, hey, they're the ones that have the wealth, the status. These Jakes look up to them.
Yep.
You know, they uphold them. So it's the same thing happening now, man.
Yep.
Okay, ain't no way around that. Finish that out, right?
But he got that for you too. Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Yep.
Verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
Right, they should praise me in the land of their captivity, man. Hey, the true believers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua are calling on his name in truth and sincerity, man. All right, it's power in the name of the Lord, man. That vibration is going out throughout the earth. Give me Isaiah 62. All right, where the Lord said, day and night, give them no rest. Give me that real quick, and then get what you got. Was there any more in there?
It's a little bit more.
Finish that and then give me that Isaiah 62.
I had a quick precept too.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, 17 and 10, and it reads, and the elect shall praise his holy name.
Yep.
So that's what the elect are doing now. They're praising the holy name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
I got this is Acts 17 and 12. It says, therefore many of them believed also of honorable women, which were of Greeks, and of men, not a few.
Yeah, so it said of many of Greeks, of men and women, not a few. So many men and women were converted, man, during those times, man.
Israelites, man. They was Israelites, man. You got these people that say, you know, the Greeks and Edomites. No, those were Israelites practicing Greek customs.
Yeah, Hellenized Jews.
Hellenized Jews, man. So you had those people of stature that believe, man. The most prominent example in the scriptures is Cornelius, man. He was a high member in the Italian band.
Yeah, Roman army.
He was pretty much like a soldier for modern day army, man. Yeah. He believed, man. So how much more these other people?
He was the standard for the Gentiles, man.
Right.
You know? What you had? You had something else?
Oh, no.
Give me that real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall hold their peace day or night.
Right, which is the prophecy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We the watchmen. Okay, watching out for your souls. Go ahead.
Ye that make mention of me, keep not silence.
Right, so the Lord commanded us not to keep silence. And that contributes to why this word is going out throughout the earth, man. You know, why that great awakening, so to speak, is happening, man. Okay, because the word of the true gospel of the Lord has gone out, man. And that lets you know that it ain't talking about Christianity.
That's right.
Because Christianity been around for centuries, man.
It's shut down right now. Ain't nobody going to
Right.
They can't have but like 10 people at a time. And
And on top of that, man, Christianity's doctrine has fluctuated throughout the years, man. But this gospel has stayed true the whole time.
Come on, man.
Like you go into all the changes, man. You know, you got the Pope talking about, you know, that the Ten Commandments been changed. You know, that first they said hell was real, now they saying hell's fake. You know, that God doesn't love the sinner and all. So it's all these different changes so showing that Christianity is the answer, man.
Wow.
verse 7.
Call the scripture again out.
This is Isaiah chapter 62. Let me start over. Verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Verse 7. And give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Right, so that's the vibration that's going out, man. The true vibration that's going out through the prophets, through the men of the Lord, man. All right, which is, like we said, is contributing to the awakening of Israel, man. All right, you was finishing that out in there, or you got something else?
Yeah, I keep on.
Yeah, finish it out. Give me Psalms 98 just to talk about how that cry was made, the awakening of Israel. We can get into that too real quick.
This is Baruch 2 and 34, it reads, "And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished."
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to physically put the Israelites back in the land, man. So that cuts that whole Balfour Declaration, man, which we're going to get on that in Ezekiel the 36th chapter, man. Where is that in the scriptures, man? You know, where was it where you signed a treaty and you got the land of Israel, man? Where is that all of that at?
Right.
You know?
And that's further proof
God.
that the Jews, the fake Jews that's in the land now, could not be the real Jews, because the Lord said he's going to put the real Jews, the 12 tribes, back in the land of Israel.
God.
So when did Yahweh Shah come back and put them in the land
Come
of
on,
Israel?
man.
Who the hell told them to go over there?
God. And when the Israelites were put back in the land, the Lord said there wasn't going to be no more war on the earth.
Yep. There'll be peace.
All right, and there's all types of hell breaking loose on the earth, man.
Yep.
Showing you that, hey, these niggas is lying.
Yep. That's right.
You know? But give me that in Psalm 98 real quick, just to talk about the further awakening of Jacob. Start at the top.
Psalms 98 and 1. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song, for he hath done marvelous things.
Right, and the prophets are singing that new song, which is this word. Go ahead.
His right hand and his holy arm have gotten him into the victory.
Yep.
The Lord hath made known his salvation, his righteousness have he openly shewed into the sight of the heathen.
Right, he have openly showed in the sight of the heathen. And how the Lord has done that is by raising Jacob up out of the graves, man. Okay, out of that dead state. You know? Going back to Ezekiel again about that great exceeding army, man, that stood upon their feet. Keep going out.
He hath remembered his mercy and his truth toward the house of Israel.
That's heavy. Read that again.
He hath remembered his mercy.
He had remembered his mercy, man. He never forsake Israel, man. And that's what these heathen like to they like to push that dogma, man. That Israel has been forsaken, that the kingdom of heaven is open to all nations. He remembered his covenant that he made with Israel, man. Okay, read that again, Oxlock.
He hath remembered his mercy and his truth towards the house of Israel.
And his truth toward the house of Israel. Go ahead.
All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God.
Keep going.
Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make loud noise, rejoice, sing, praise.
Right, so the scripture said make a joyful noise. It says make a loud noise, man. Going back to that cry that was made, that awakening of Jacob. It says make a loud noise, rejoice, and sing and praise. Give me Ezekiel 37, verses 6 and 7. And then somebody give me Isaiah 44 and verses 21 through 23.
Ezekiel 37 and 6. It says,
Yeah, go up to 5.
this is Ezekiel 37 and 5. Thus says the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Yep.
And I will lay sinews upon you. Really start at 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Yep.
Dry bones talking about you Israelites that don't know you're Israelites.
Right. In the dead state.
Right. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
Right, the life. The Lord gave us the breath, the life, the inspiration. Go ahead.
And ye shall live.
And you shall live, man. So now Jacob's come up out of those graves and has come back to life, man. It says, was it John 6:63?
Yep.
That it's the spirit of the Lord that quicketh.
Yep.
All right, which that word quicken means to give life, man.
Yep.
Okay, so Jacob's back upon his feet knowing who he is, man.
Right.
All right, it tells you in Isaiah 44 that he shall surname himself Israel, man, and identify himself as Jacob. So that's happened. That's prophecy. Go ahead, Ar.
And ye shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you,
Yep.
and I will bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin,
Cover you with skin. Give us the sinews. He gave us our heritage and nationality back, man. Go ahead.
and put breath in you.
Yep.
And ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Any more now?
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise.
That's it. Going back to we just referenced to Psalms 98. It said, cry unto the Lord, a joyful noise, a loud noise. Read that part again.
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise, and behold a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
There you go. So that's the awakening of Jake, man.
Yep.
That's that noise. That's that cry, man. You know, get that in Matthew's too. Matthew, what is it? Matthew 25 and 6 real quick. So that cry was made. Give me that whoever got fast hands. Matthew 25 and 6. Hold that next. We'll bring that out next. 25 and 6.
This is Matthew. This is St. Matthew chapter 25, verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry made.
There you go. At midnight there was a cry made. Go ahead.
Behold, the bridegroom cometh.
Yeah, so that's the point. Is that's the awakening of Jake, man. All right? But that's the time we in right now. Give me the one in Isaiah 44.
Can I finish the point?
Go ahead, Salaki.
Oh yeah, you good, you good. Go ye out to meet him.
Ooh. So in that chapter, it goes back into the wise virgins, man. Making themselves ready, man. Trimming them laps, man. You know, preparing themselves for the arrival of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And it's spiritual because there's a couple women out here that's covered up, man. And that's like the representation of the men of the Lord, man.
Come.
Having that covering, you supposed to be covered up, man. Like you waiting on we waiting on the bride, man.
Can I give you a quick
Oh yeah, y'all brothers eat. Go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah,
this is
spirit.
the spirit.
We just hitting different points. Go ahead.
This is showing you that cry at midnight.
Yep.
This is Hosea 6:1.
Come.
And it reads, come and let us return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Beautiful.
For he hath torn, and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. That's what you see. Hey, we're in that midnight, and the third day is the time Yahweh Shah gonna come. And that's when he's gonna come. The scriptures say, with healing in his wings. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming with healing in his wings in the third day. So we're in the midnight now, which is the dark times is coming, the evil times, which is the time of Jacob's trouble. So we're starting, it's that night, it's that cry that's going up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? Making those supplications in hopes of being covered in these real dark times. So, and the Lord's he's reviving us. He's giving us that life again. You know, so this is that time. This is that cry.
Ain't no stopping prophecy. That's right. That's the point we making, man. These heathen, all right, these devils, they ain't stopping nothing, man. Okay? Give me that in Isaiah. You was holding that? Or was you holding something?
No.
Give me that Isaiah 44, start at 21 and 8 until down to 23.
Isaiah 44 and 21. Remember these, O Jacob and Israel.
Yep.
For thou art my servant. I have formed thee. Thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou shalt not be forgotten of me.
Right, the Lord said that thou should not be forgotten of me, man. Okay, so what are these nations talking about, man? That the Lord did away with Israel, and the gates of the kingdom of heaven is open to all nations, man. The Lord said that he never forgot Jacob. Right. Go ahead,
Verse 22.
Get that one in Romans where Paul said that.
I was just there.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep. Romans 11. Romans 11.
I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins.
Right. So we hope to be found blameless in that day, man. The Lord said, "I have blotted out like a thick cloud thy transgressions." Go ahead.
Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee.
Yep.
Sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord have done it. Shout ye lower parts of the earth. Break it, shout ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing ye mountains O forest, and every tree therein. For the Lord have redeemed Jacob and glorified himself in Israel.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretch forth the heavens alone, and spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. That frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, and turneth the wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish.
Right. So, and that's happening right now. See, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is frustrating the tokens of the liars, man. Because see, hey, the so-called Jew Esau, all right, they can't stop the word. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna deal with these prophecies, man. You know, because first of all, hey, you coming in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you coming in the spirit of prophecy, man. Okay, so this is what's happening around the planet Earth, man. This is why, as we were saying earlier, this is why Amalek is always trying to slither his way and throw that damn anti-Semitism term out there, man. You know, because he don't want people to find out, man. But it's too late. You know. You got something out? Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. Start at 8. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lay in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
It said they're dead bodies, man. All right, it's not talking about actual dead bodies on a physical level. It's talking about being spiritually dead, man. All right, and in that great city is America, man, known as Sodom and Egypt. Go ahead.
where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, because the Lord is axed out. He's axed out in America, man. All right? Nothing about the Bible or the laws is upheld in America, man. Nothing but wickedness in this land, man. That's why the Lord said this place was Sodom and Egypt, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Yep. Going back to what that 350-year period, man, where Jacob, the knowledge of Israel wasn't in the earth.
That was a fulfillment of
Second Thessalonians, right?
Second Thessalonians, and also Psalms, the 83rd chapter.
Yep. Because we fell away from our heritage.
Jeremiah 17:4.
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
God, let me keep going. Verse, let me start back up. Verse, Revelation chapter 11, verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and the tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Right, because these nations, during that time, these nations weren't telling you that you were the Israelites, man. You were being called by all types of proverbs and bywords, man.
Nigger,
Negroes, African Americans, Africans,
Puerto Ricans,
Latinos,
Mexicans,
yeah, Moors, Asiatic black men. You know, everything outside of being called the Hebrew Israelites, man.
and not a black
Right.
Hebrew. We're not black.
Right.
We are Hebrew Israelites, man. That's because you don't use that, it's like, well, you're a black Hebrew Israelite.
Right.
No, ain't no such thing. It's a Hebrew Israelites.
Because the Most High, the scriptures say that the Lord's heritage is like a speckled
Speckled
bird.
bird, man.
That means we have all colors and shades.
Yeah,
Right.
even amongst the tribes, man. All the tribes are darker shades, man. You got the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Darker than the light, man.
But you have dudes that look like so-called Edomites that be Judah, man.
Yep,
You know?
that's right.
Look at Blake Griffin, man. He's light skinned, but he's a Benjamite, man. Well, it's like a Levite. So that goes to show you the skin color thing don't matter. It's all about the seed of the father.
Yeah, and these Israelites that are all about the 12 tribes being all black people. Yeah,
Come on, man.
they can't. That's a stumbling block unto them, man. Because they're relying on the skin color, man. You know, and not in the spirit, and not what the scriptures say.
They
You know,
ain't spiritual.
they're not being spiritual at all, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10, Revelation chapter 11, verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another.
Right, and you Jakes, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you were the gifts, man. Okay, they were shipping you through slavery, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Sex slave. This is like your modern day sex trafficking, man. Because the so-called Negro woman should get shipped off to an Edomite family, be a damn bed wench.
Yep.
Same with the northern tribes with the Gadite women and the Ephraimite women. They would get shipped off to be bed wenches. They would have babies and never see their babies again, man. That's the type of mindset that was going on back in slavery, man. They didn't give a damn about our people, man.
Yeah.
And it still goes on to this day, man. Because when you go back when we was growing up, you will go to Walmart and you'll see a lot of missing pictures. And a lot of them be Jakes, man.
Yeah.
A lot of them be Jakes, and a lot of them was Northern Kingdom, man.
Yeah.
So what you think Esau was doing with that, man? Sex trafficking, man.
Which is slavery, man.
Yeah, which is slavery.
Esau just took the word and repackaged it.
Like he do everything.
You know what I'm saying? But it's slavery still going on to this day.
He made it sound good.
That's why you have there's a video on the guy Orlando Jones, you know, that show American Gods. He brought that out, man. And they fired that dude from that role on that show because he was bringing out a lot of truth about what Esau was doing, man.
Let me keep going. I'll start it over, man. Revelation 11 and 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one another.
And that goes back to Lamentations, 2 and 15.
That's right.
About how these nations hiss and wag the teeth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They basically talk shit about us because we fell as a nation.
And we're through, man.
You know?
We're through. Let me keep going.
Yep.
Because these two prophets torment them that dwell on the earth.
Right. Northern and Southern Kingdom, man. You know? Those are the two prophets. Go ahead.
Verse 11, Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
Right. Going back to what we just referenced in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. Going back into the breath. All right. The Lord giving us our heritage back. Go ahead.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which stalled them.
Right, so great fear is falling upon our enemies, man. All right, Esau and these heathen nations, because they see that the elect, first and foremost, are back upon their feet and calling on the true name of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is the part of prophecy that they can't stop, man. You see? And that's why it's gonna be more and more Jakes, like as we were getting into earlier, there's gonna be more and more Jakes that got status, okay, they're gonna wake up, man. They're gonna voice the fact that we are the Hebrew Israelites, we are the chosen people of God, man. Okay, ain't no way around it. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
God.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him.
That's it, and that's what's happening right now, man. The great boldness, man. Letting you devils know who you are, man, and what's gonna happen. All right, giving you these prophecies, man, telling you what's gonna happen as the future of America and around the world, man. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
Right, because these devils, man, they never gave account of any of our labors, man. All right, you know.
And that's heavy, because why you think, when a brother put up skipping Shannon and Skip, and Shannon was telling the so-called white man how the black man was raised in America, man. We didn't come up off no inheritance, man. Your grandfather, your great-great-grandfather didn't have nothing, man. How you think these so-called white people have everything, man? It's called generational wealth, man. And a so-called black man, we always had to start from the bottom. And the so-called Latino man, Hispanic man, and Native American man. And it's always been like that, man. But you Jakes, you Negro, Latino, Native American, you don't realize that you under the curses, man.
That's a good point. That was it right there. And jump to that Ezekiel 36, you know, because we was firing Amalek ass up, man. You know, see, he not gonna go into his Tanakh and read these and read these scriptures, man. You know, see, Jay, you just gotta destroy him with the word, man. You can't get caught up in all of that emotional charge shit that they trying to get Jake caught up in.
Yeah, hey, because we pulling down a stronghold.
Exactly.
That's the job of a prophet. The job of a prophet is to break these scriptures down and pull down the strongholds and lies that you have been taught, man. We're gonna come out the Bible, man.
But that's why I tell you in Jeremiah 49:10, all right, that the Lord said that He made Esau bare, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yep.
And he's been able to hide himself through his lies, man.
Yep.
But through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, like the brother said, that's breaking down these strongholds, he's being exposed.
Right.
See?
And the main thing that he's being exposed for is because the Bible reveals that the Most High hates Esau, man. You know, and that's what the devil is trying to hide from the world, man. That
And that's a good point too. That Yahweh Shem Shah hates Esau, and that's why Esau is trying to counter that by pushing anti-hate. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the source of hate, it goes back to him.
Yeah.
Hey, you see what I'm saying?
Man, bro, that's spiritual. Last night, man, I'm watching a movie, and all people talk about racism. First of all, there's no such thing as racism. Let's just go straight to the facts. It's white people hate black people. That's it. It is what it is. Cause that's when you say when they a white or so-called white man tell me what is your political views on racism. No, what is our political views on you hating us? That's all it is, man. Ain't no such thing as racism. White people hate Negroes, Latino, Native American. That's what it is, man.
That's the perpetual hatred.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the big elephant in the room, man. They're always trying to racism.
Right,
No,
but
you
see,
hate us,
but
man.
when Jake first came into the faith, that was the main question Jake had. Well, what's all the tension between the so-called black race and the white race? Well, it goes back to Esau and Jacob.
Come on, man.
You know? But like we said, he's the stem of hate, man. That's why we're in them times now. You can see that they're trying to abolish anything that has to do with hate, and they're going to start pushing peace. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of anything that's hate speech and all that. That's why we're in them times, man.
Right.
Oh, it's like,
And really, what it is, Esau's trying to cop a plea, man, because he knows that he don't have mercy coming towards him. So with all this stuff that he's doing to the earth, to the Lord's people, you know, he doesn't want to face judgment for it. So he's trying to negate that by making everybody come against us. When we're the true people of the Lord, man. We haven't done anything wrong to nobody, man. But somehow we're the face of why everything's wrong, because Esau's trying to take the lot off of him, man. But this is Ezekiel. It's like Exodus 17 and 16. It says, "For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation."
Yep.
So it's a perpetual hatred against Esau, but mainly against the house of Amalek. That's the chief house of Esau, man. You know, they have been the main ones coming against Israel since pretty much the beginning, man. You know, so these types have done the most to try to take the limelight off of them, because now you got it to where their own people hate them, man. It's war between the Edomites, man. You know, the regular Edomites don't even consider Amalek brothers, man. So how much more the rest of the world? The Amalek is the most hated people on the earth, man.
Get Romans 9. It started the fact that it was already written, it was already predestined from the beginning. All right, that Esau was going to be hated, Jacob was going to be chosen. Was it Romans 9 and
Yeah, it's around like 17.
yeah, start like 10 somewhere in there. Before the childs were born. Get that real quick.
This is Romans 9, starting at verse 8, and it reads, it says, "This is they which are the children of the flesh."
First off, how come nobody talking about these scriptures, man?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody got shit to say about the Bible. Everybody got shit to say about the men of the Lord, but nobody wants to talk about these scriptures, man. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Romans 9 and 8. It says, "This is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Go ahead.
For this is the word of promise, that at that time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac." Verse 11, "For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand."
Right, so it tells you, man, before you even read Genesis the 25th chapter, it was already established who was going to be chosen, man. Read that part again.
This is verse 11, Romans 9 and 11, and it reads, "For the children being not yet born,
Yep.
neither having done any good or evil,
Yep.
that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth."
Right, so it was all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That Jacob was the chosen, all right, and Esau was rejected. Go ahead.
Verse 12, "It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger."
Yeah, we coming in that time, man. That's the transition of power, man. Like when it tells you in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, all right, that Jacob held the heel of Esau, man, representing Esau being pulled out of power. Go ahead.
"As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated."
Right, so how come the churches hop and skip over this? How come you Edomites hop and skip over this? You damn scoffers, how come you hop and skip over this, man? You see what I'm saying? It's hey, clear as day, man.
And that makes sense on why Esau does what he does to keep us oppressed in society, man. You know, that's why before the segregation got ended, you know, you had Jake in the old communities, you know, like the Black Wall Street, you know, the thing happened down in Wilmington, North Carolina, but just like Jake had their own establishments and was thriving. And so what Esau was afraid of was that Jake was going to, you know, pretty much take over this economy. So what they do? They went and destroyed them, and eventually destroyed Jake themselves by putting the drugs and everything else in the community.
But that goes back to Egypt, man. When the Pharaoh seen that, he knew that they were. He said that they multiplied. They're coming over our enemies and overtake us.
He said, "They are more mighty than we."
Yeah.
Unless they come together and they overtake us, we gonna fall out with any of our enemies.
Which is
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It happened then. It's gonna happen now. What was written before, time was written for our learning.
And they know that's why they had to destroy Jake mentally to keep us from getting back in that monster. You finish that?
You want to go a little more?
And that's also heavy because that shows that the Lord deals with reincarnation even with empires, man.
That's right.
He deal with the people with reincarnation and the empires, how they're gonna go down, man.
Time. This is Hebrews 12 and 15. That's like 16. "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected."
Yeah, he was rejected, man. Esau is rejected, man. There ain't no saving the Edomite, man. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead.
"For he was found no place of repentance."
No place of repentance, man. Okay, so he's sending up prayers for nothing. Go ahead.
"Though he sought it carefully with tears."
Though he sought it carefully with tears, and that's happening right now, man. And that's what's happening right now. Read that part again.
It says, "For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears."
Right, so that, like I said, that's what's happening today, because now you got Esau, the microscope is being pointed on Esau. There was an article that came out that, you know, you got these white people that are cash apping their black friends to forgive them for what their people is doing to them in slavery and shit like that. Get that one in Job, too, about their children shall please the poor. You know what I'm saying? Because you see that now, like Esau being extra nice. You know what I'm saying? He trying to save face, talking about we apologize. We should have listened. Like we mentioned last week, Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner.
We dropped the ball.
Yeah, we dropped the
We
ball.
should've listened to Kaepernick.
We should listen to Kaepernick. We should listen to the NFL players. We're sorry, all that bullshit, man.
Pete Carroll, the coach for the Seahawks, said he should have signed Kaepernick. He just said that 2 days ago.
Come on, man.
He said he wish he was a side captain.
Come on, man.
You see what this
All
is?
this bullshit, man.
This is why all these companies like Nike and Amazon donating all this money.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, if you really cared about so-called black people, hey, Nike, lower your damn prices for your shoes, man. Hey, them shoes is fucking $200 for what? Like the brother said, they worth about $5, man.
Yeah.
So if you really care, you will make amends to make Jake, be able to get more of your stuff. But you don't really care, man. It's just to show face, man.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So I have a quick one real quick.
This is Sirach chapter 45. This is the book of Sirach chapter 41, verse 6. The inheritance of sinners shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. Verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Right, they're gonna complain of an ungodly father because they think it's unfair that the Most High, he hates them, and that they don't have a place of repentance. So that's why whenever you had the Edomites that come out, you hear us tell them, hey, that your future is fucked, man. Your future is slavery, and your kingdom is gonna fall, man. They pretty much that destroys their spirit, man. And they see that there's no hope for them, man. So that's why they hate the Most High, because they ultimately know that there's no chance for them to be forgiven.
Hey, that's why they call Idumeans.
Yeah.
Niggas is doomed.
I got one more. This is Sirach, chapter 41, verse 8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, Yahweh. If ye increase, you shall be to your destruction.
Right, because hey, you're through, man.
Yeah.
Because like going all the way back with Cain, I got it. And so going back all the way back to Cain, man, what the Most High tells us, if you just follow my laws and do what I ask, hey, you will be blessed, man. But he was created to be the wicked, man.
Yep.
So there's nothing that he can do within his spirit to change his outcome.
Yep.
That's why he knows he's doomed, man.
His soul's not upright in him.
Exactly.
Yep. And the scriptures also say that the Most High is not in all of their thoughts.
Exactly.
This is showing that the Edomites are doomed. Brother put in the group how this Edomite came out and said something about basically he was having a conversation with you guys.
Oh, yeah. He said pretty much, I know that my people is gonna serve your tribe. But he said Africa, but we know what he really meant.
Yeah.
So it's like, all I ask is whenever we serve you in slavery, that you don't treat us as bad as we treated y'all.
Which is Luke the 16th chapter.
Exactly.
Esau already asked for mercy already, and the hell ain't got on his ass.
He ain't gonna receive no mercy.
Hey, Esau ain't seen hell on Esau hasn't seen hell on earth
Exactly.
until the nation Israel gonna put on his ass.
Then he also said, he was like, then he said, well, but if y'all do treat us worse than we treated y'all, I understand. Because he knows, like the comedian Louis C.K. said, that if they say so-called white people can go anywhere in the future if they have a time machine. That's like anywhere in time except the future. They know if they go to the future, they're fucked, man.
Yep.
Because they understand these ones that truly know that when so-called black people, Native Americans, and Hispanics get Esau in slavery, man, we gonna fuck their ass up.
That's right.
Because there's so much things that you have done to us as far as injustice, as far as oppression, destruction, that hey, it's only right that we put a foot up your ass and we treat y'all worse than y'all treated us, man. Because hey, Israel has been nothing but loving and accepting to Esau ever since he came over here on these ships, man.
Yep.
And how did you repay us, man? Right? Nothing but straight up death and destruction you brought onto us, man.
Yep.
So it's only right the Most High bring it unto you, man.
Set up. This is the definition of Edom in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, page 142. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the seed of great future judgments. It says she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So the Edomites aren't given any promise of mercy because the Most High said after they serve hardcore slavery, they're going to be eradicated off the earth.
Right.
And the future generations of Jakes is going to come in the world ain't going to even know that Edomites even existed.
It say you're gonna pass away as a dream in the night, man.
Yep.
I tell you that in the book of Job, man.
Yep.
Give me Colossians 3:25 real quick, and then we're gonna jump to Ezekiel 36.
God.
This is Job, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me that real quick.
Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor,
Yep.
and his hands shall restore their goods.
Right. So that, and we're in that time now, man, where the scriptures say that his children shall try to seek to please the poor, man. That's why these Edomites being all nice. They talking about reparations.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? that talks of reparations in the air, all of that bullshit, man.
Hey, they're trying to tear down every statue around the world,
Yep.
saying if it got anything to do with white supremacy, they tear down, try to appease Jake, to make Jake feel good. Then the NFL just came out and said that they're gonna recognize Juneteenth as a holiday now.
Right, yeah, they said they said they gave $350 million to combat racism.
Where is that?
What that
Right,
gonna do?
you had over in Ohio, they declared racism as a health epidemic.
Come on, man. Hey,
Where it's been at?
these Edomites, man, they something else, man.
Right, because you got, like I said, all you gotta do is go back and watch these old movies and see how these devils act. You know, movies like Rosewood, Goodbye Uncle Tom, 12 Years a Slave. And you see how Esau has been, them KKK members will go and burn crosses in Jake's yards, man, run them out the town.
Yep.
You know, they get drunk and just go kill all the Jakes in the neighborhood, man. So this so-called racism bullshit has been going on ever since you got over here. But now you want to go ahead and talk about it's a problem. Now, man, it's been a problem.
God.
And one thing the media would do, they put it like, oh man, like that nigga Skip like to say, there's droves of so-called white people, man, they're protesting with their black brothers. If they don't show you the George Floyd challenge, they ain't showing you these Edomites they make mockery every time, you know what I'm saying, Jake died. It's twice as many of them as it is them so-called apologists Edomites out here, man.
Yeah, cause Esau always like to make fun of, when Jake get murdered, man. Like you have back Trayvon Martin, man. You had he might put the black face on, take pictures with the Skittles and
the hoodie on.
Yeah. So like they always make light of whenever something happens to Jake, man, and then want to go ahead when they get exposed, then want to go behind and try to apologize. Well, I never meant any disrespect, but you only apologize because your ass got caught.
Yeah, that's it.
With this new generation of camera phones and people going up, digging up your old tweets and posts on Facebook, man. Hey, Esau is really showing and being exposed to how he really feels about our people.
Yeah, these cameras expose so-called white America, man. Everybody's seeing who they are, man. But like we were saying, they should seek to please the poor. This is the things that they doing, man. Trying to get Jake's approval and shit, man. But that's the prophecy, and that ain't gonna work neither, man. All right?
Jake's at a point now where they don't give a fuck about anything that Esau got to say, man. They want justice, man. And that justice ain't gonna come until the Yahweh Shem Yahweh break it.
I want to make a point on that.
God.
And we know that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, because Jake been asleep so damn long. Hey, and Jake been asleep so long, it's got to be the spirit of the Lord that's starting to rouse him up, like the scriptures say. Going back to Genesis.
Right here, Genesis 49:8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be the neck of thy enemies.
And that's heavy because we know that the Lord said he would save the tents of Judah first,
Yep,
and then will raise up the rest of the tribes. So everything that the Lord says is going to happen is already happening. It's already in play. Keep going, bro.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Who's going to rouse him up? Only the spirit of the Heavenly Father is going to be able to rouse Judah up and rouse the tribes up. Because it's going to take Judah to get back with it.
That's
why
why
lead.
But that's why everything on the internet and on TV is racially charged.
Yep.
You go on World Star Hip Hop, you see a plethora of videos of Jake getting shot by the cops, a knee on his neck, you know what I'm saying, getting beaten, his ass beat. Everything is racially charged, and that's the spirit of the Lord. Even though we know the left hand with the elites is doing it,
That's right.
but essentially it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua rousing Jake up. You know?
Because you had them at one point trying to stop that, man. You remember a few years back, you had Snoop Dogg come out and pretty much be like, yo, I wish they would stop showing all the slavery movies. We're tired of being reminded about the past, but you need to know that, man. You need to know exactly what happened to your people, how you got to this point, man. Because if you don't, your children. Your children need to know what Esau has done to you, so you don't continue to walk blind, thinking that this man is your friend when he's your enemy, man. This is Genesis 49:10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, until him, and to him shall the gathering of the people come.
Yep. Showing you until Yahweh come. Hey, the Lord said, give them no rest of the day nor night. So hey, the awakening of the tribes started with Judah, and the Lord now put the spirit on Judah to get busy.
Right.
And the tribes gonna follow that suit. And that's gonna be the time of Jacob's trouble.
And the perfect example of that is when you had the Rodney King riot.
Yep.
You had Judah out there, blanking.
Yep.
Who was right there with him?
Issachar.
The Northern Kingdom. Man.
Yep.
So that right
Yep.
there was a preview of things to come, man.
Yep.
'Cause you're already having that now. That's why you had Esau going, paying off some of these northern tribe gangs to go ahead and go fight against Jacob. But if you actually go in and look at some of the videos, you got Issachar and the other land tribes right there with Jacob.
Yep.
Rioting and protesting.
Yep.
Hey, that's why when this shit started to boil over, you notice Esau, he tried to slither his way in early. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, man, we ain't gonna let y'all niggas just gang up on us and be like back I was in LA. We gonna jump in there early so we get a, what is it called? Get a head start on this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Barry, give me that real quick.
I want to make one point while you're bringing that.
Go ahead.
To land back on what you said, this is in the New York Times, right? This is going into the fact. It's going into the fact of the tribes coming back together. And I saw this article. It's heavy. So give me 1 second. Here it is right here. So this is out in LA. Out in LA, this was a few days ago. It was protest. This from June 6th. It says, and this is from dailycamera.com. And they had a long procession line of like 10 miles going from Compton into the city, to Los Angeles, from Compton. And it was all the tribes. And it was a lot of the northern tribe that was out there too. And this is what they were saying. There was this phrase right here, Salakia. What is it? Oh man, let's see if I can pull it up. It was a phrase in Spanish. It won't pull up real quick, but it goes, hey bro, what does it mean in Spanish? Your fight is our fight. How you say that?
Tu guerra es mi guerra.
Yeah. Say that again.
Tu guerra es mi guerra.
Tu guerra es mi guerra, right? So that means your fight is our fight. So it was showing the tribe, couldn't pull it up, but it's showing the tribes. I saw this other day, coming back together, and through Compton, all you had the northern tribe with Judah. Benjamin Levi saying your fight, and it wasn't pulled up, but it was they had a poster saying your fight is our fight. I said, oh man, it's on now.
Because they know, because the northern tribe knows if they do this to the Negroes, they're going to do it to them, right? Because the Negroes kept the blunt of all the damn hell and affliction. So they catch, if Jake don't, if the Negro catch hell and affliction, they already know they going to start catching us, right? They know it's talking devil, man. Let me bring this out, man. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done.
That's the karma scripture right there, man. All right, Esau was talking about karma, this and that. That's it right there. You're going to receive for the wrong that you've done. Go ahead.
And there is no respect of persons.
Right, so the Lord is no respecter of persons, man. All right, so you do wickedness and you reap what you sow, as the scriptures say, man. All right, so Esau got everything coming to him plus more, man. You see that? You got that Isaiah 11? Yeah. Bring that out.
Isaiah 11 and 13.
Yep.
It says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversary of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Showing the tribes coming back together, the scriptures speak about how the Lord is going to close up the breaches of the tribes. Keep going.
It says, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west, and shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
Yeah, meaning it's the times you're about to come into where we're going to see the tribes raise up and start getting busy with the heathen. But see, all the heathen is really going to get mad at Esau because the heathen about to realize that it's because of Esau that everything is all messed up.
Yeah. They're realizing that now.
Yep.
Through the men of the Lord, through the prophets. You know, get Ezekiel 36, get off that real quick, no pastor. You know, because we was getting on Amalek, man. You know, the bottom line is that he's exposed, man. You know.
It's Ezekiel 36 and 1. Also thou, son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, even the ancient high places are in our possession.
Right, so read that part again. Verse 2. Yep.
Thus said the Lord, because the enemy have said against you, even the ancient and high places are in our possession.
Right, so it says the enemy have said against you, aha. Even the ancient high places are in our possession. Going back to what? The Balfour Declaration, 1917, man. Hey, your brothers got any information on that? On the Balfour Declaration? Give me Isaiah 1 and 7 too, just to add on to the fulfillment of that prophecy, man. You know? Yeah, it's 36 verse 10. We'll bring it back. But if brothers can pull up something real quick, but give me Isaiah 1 and 7 real quick, huh? You know?
This is Isaiah 1 and 7. Your country is desolate.
Yep.
Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour it.
Yep.
In your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
Right, there you go. Your land is desolate, is overthrown by strangers, because who's occupying the land of Israel today? The so-called Jew, Amalek, man. Yep. And that land is literally desolate, man. It's barren, man. You know, Apostle Tahar brought out, I forgot what the Yiddish term was, but he had brought it out about how they have to actually import trees and you know, certain types of fruits, everything over there, because the land is actually barren, man. The Lord cursed that land, man. Why? Because the true Israelites are not in that land today, man. Yep. So that was Isaiah 1 and 7. You know? God, go back to that Ezekiel 36 and 2.
It's Ezekiel 36 and 2, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours and in our possession.
Right, so they possess the land of Israel today. Our enemies possess that land, man. Okay? The righteous people are not in that land today. Yep. You know? You had the info on that? Anything to bring out real quick?
Yep. This is the Balfour Declaration.
This is from Lord Rothschild.
Yep. It says, I refuse to call him Lord.
No,
dear,
come on.
Dear Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you on behalf of His Majesty's government the following declaration of sympathy with Jewish Zionist Shalom, with Jewish Zionist aspirations, which has been submitted to you and approved by the cabinet. His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people.
There you go. So that's the fulfillment of that prophecy. Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. That's through that Balfour Declaration, which is what, 1917, right?
Yep, 1917. Boom.
Yep. And show them this. That's the letter.
Yep, that's the actual letter.
That's the actual letter. And I think they passed that down too, man. They did an interview with Jacob Rothschild. He still have that letter. He got it like put up in a nice little frame or whatever.
See what I'm saying? But let's keep reading in that chapter. You know? Just wanted to make that point on that.
Yep.
Keep reading in that
And
chapter.
then further proof on that those ancient high places, because the scriptures say that Jerusalem, which is above, is free. It's the mother of us all. So we know it's not more ancient than Jerusalem. That's the most ancient place on the planet. This is Ezekiel 36 and 3. It reads, Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
Going back to what? Psalms 83, Psalms chapter 2. How the heathen conspired against the nation of Israel to take them down, man. Go ahead.
And ye have taken up the lips of the talkers and are an infamy of the people.
Right, going back to Lamentations 2 and 15. About how these nations hiss and wag their tail, wag the teeth. You know, they talk shit about Jake, man. Okay, they see that Jake is destroyed, man. Physically and mentally. Go ahead.
Verse 4, Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh thy power. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about.
Right, because you got Amalek in that land, man. You got the so-called Jew. All right, and you got the rest of the heathen in that land that don't belong there, man. Which is another fulfillment of that prophecy, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea.
Ooh, hold on. Against the residue of the heathen and all of Idumea. That's the Greek word for Edom. Okay, showing you that Edom is in the land of Israel today, man. Those are those so-called Jews. You see? Read it again.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 5. It reads, Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. which have appointed my land into their possession.
Which have appointed my land into their possession. Because in 1948 was the establishment or the creation of the Jewish state. So that's the fulfillment of that prophecy, man. So the so-called Jew can't get around this, man. That's why every time he throw out that whack-ass anti-Semitism statement, it gets destroyed, man. Okay, that's another stronghold that's being destroyed by the scriptures, man.
And that also shows that they are the biblical Edomites, because when he goes back to Cain and said, "Thou shalt be a vagabond upon the earth." You got to think before the so-called Jewish rats got in the land of Israel, they was vagabonds, man. Everybody was kicking them out of their land. They was wanderers, man. Nobody wanted to be a part of them because they was criminals, thugs, and thieves, man. And now look at them. They got the land of Israel, man. Showing you that they fulfill prophecy.
Come on, man.
And that's the proof. Once again,
But when Amalek bring that Ezekiel 36 out, hell no.
And I'm holding. I got a key point on that too.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36. Oh, he's reading.
still reading.
Oh no,
Go ahead.
You good, bro.
Go ahead.
God,
You jump in whatever you got.
no, I got real quick. Yeah, you mentioned how they say Esau was a vagabond, right?
Yeah.
That shows you that he's the descendant of Cain, man, because that's one of the curses that the Lord put upon him. And then going back, this is Genesis 4, and I'll start at 11. Now art thou cursing the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. If thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. That's why the land of Israel is barren. That's why Israel was barren, because that's what Esau was.
Yep.
It says a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Yep.
You go into that word vagabond, it says to wander, you know, to move oneself to and fro, sway. And pretty much Esau he's always been everywhere, man.
He don't have a homeland.
He don't have a homeland.
That's why he occupies lands that don't belong to him.
Even like the brother said a couple weeks ago, the Caucasus Mountains, man. That wasn't even his, man. That belonged to Japheth, man. You know, so he truly had no home, man.
and he was a vagabond. Esau's a bum. Really, when you break it down, Esau's a bum because he don't have a homeland, and that's why he go in the scripture say he named all the other lands after his own because he don't have his home.
Right.
You know, Esau wasn't doing anything.
God.
Exactly.
I got a quick precept. Isaiah 34 and 8. All right, Isaiah 34 and Salakia. No, that ain't it. Salakia. Keep reading out. That wasn't it. Go ahead.
Huh.
Read verse 5 again.
Ezekiel 37:5, it reads, "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen,
Yep.
and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession,
Yep.
with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey."
Right, so like we said, man, that 1948 was the creation of the so-called Jewish state, man. Fulfilling that prophecy of them gaining that land, man. Okay, because the Balfour Declaration was the setup. That was the prelude of them getting that land. Okay, keep reading up.
Verse 6, "Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel,
Come.
and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, to the valleys, thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy, in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen."
Right, because Jake fell as a nation, man. Okay, the Esau and the nations, they jacked us up, man. You know, they destroyed us physically and mentally, man.
That's why we say, look at niggas. Have you seen niggas?
Come. Yep.
The Lord did that, man.
God, that was the fury of the Lord.
Yeah, the period. That's why when you read the book of Lamentations, you tell the Lord over and all the chat, he tell you how he just straight jacked us up, man. How he just gave us over, man, and turned his back. Because it was wicked, man.
Was that when in Jeremiah we became we were a noble vine?
Oh, degenerate plant.
Degenerate plant, man.
Oh, man.
You know?
Why you getting that? Why you getting that? I'm making a big point about that. And like when you read like Ezekiel the 9th chapter, it's a great example that the brother was bringing out. A great example of that is Ezekiel the 9th chapter. You had Jake, who was standing in the temple that was erected to the Most High, praising the sun god in the temple. And he said, "Do you see the wickedness that they're doing?"
Right.
Sitting in the temple erected to the Most High, praising the sun god.
And you have the elders, supposed to be the noblemen of the tribes, man. They worshiping idols. You got the women baking cakes to idols, you know. So Israel's always been abominable, man.
Yeah, even the time with Moses, man.
Yeah,
Moses dealt with the Most High. They didn't think he was going to come back from the mountain, and they built the golden calf and started worshiping that.
Israel
Come on, man.
always lack faith, man. They always lack faith, man.
Hey, that's heavy. Because Yahweh Shah said, he said, oh, you adulterous. He said, you adulterous and wicked generation seeketh after a sign, man. But no sign be given but the prophet Jonas, man.
Which is the prophets
The
today.
prophet Jonas, man. They can't see that, man. Because the Lord the Lord left y'all, he blinded you.
He gave 2/3 away to their wickedness.
Right. This is Jeremiah 2:21. Yeah, I have planted thee a noble vine,
Yep.
holy a right seed.
Because we are a righteous people. Yep. We're a kingly, priestly people, man. A righteous nation.
Right.
And going back to that noble vine. Go ahead.
And it says, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Right. So now our people are a degenerate plant, man. That's why we say, have you seen niggas lately, man? Take a good look at niggas, man. They finished, man. Destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man.
Right.
You know?
It says, for though thou wash thee with nitrate and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, says the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Right, because it said you take nitrate, which is basically a soap, you know, but the wickedness in Jake is embedded in him so deep, soap can't cleanse that off.
Right, because Jake will get, baptized by the so-called holy water, and they'll wash the outward, but your inward is what's filthy, really, because your spirit is defiled by you going and worshiping these other gods, you taking part in these other philosophies, pretty much you rebelling against the Most High. So your spirit is the one that's dirty, man. You can get dipped in that so-called holy water all you want, man. But it's not gonna change that.
It's so heavy what you just said. It's hit me in the spirit. Because, John the Baptist, he baptized Yahweh Shah. And he didn't want to baptize Yahweh Shah because he was pure, he was holy. It was only symbolic. He was already pure, he was holy, he was perfect. So that was only symbolism. Because it's their inside. He didn't want to baptize. That's why he didn't want to baptize.
And his word is the water.
Yeah, his word is the water.
This is what
He
washes.
didn't want to touch
This
it.
is what washes
He
you
didn't even
clean.
want to touch Yahweh Shah.
And,
Come on, man.
And the brother was reading, he said clean with nitrate, but you gotta understand, you go back to Isaiah, the first chapter, he said these people are laden with iniquity, man. They bathed in that shit, man. They not cleaning, they drown, can't clean them, man.
The other precept, it says they declare they sin in Sodom.
Sodom, yeah.
They declare they sin in Sodom. I mean, they don't hide it. They just straight out.
They do it
They
that way.
finished, man. This is crazy, man.
That's why this word is the true baptism, man. Finish that out in Ezekiel 36. I'm gonna give it to you.
Ezekiel 36,
Read down to 11.
36 and 7, it reads, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up mine hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame.
Right, and now it's going to be the heathen's turn, man. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Go ahead.
Verse 8, but ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
Right, and that's the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Shem Shah, the prophets that are bringing Jake back with truth, man, to the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? We're in that time. Read that one more time. Baruch Shah.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 8. It reads, but ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
Right, that's why you see the men out here on the highways and byways teaching. Yep. Give me Isaiah 27 and 6 to add on to that. Okay? Which is reflecting on what we talked about earlier about that great awakening. Yeah. How the elect are upon their feet, man. Yep. And great fear fell upon our enemies that saw them. Isaiah 27 and 6.
Con, this is Isaiah chapter 27, verse 6. And he shall cause them that come of Jacob to make root. Israel shall blossom and bud and fill the face of the world with fruit.
Right, and that's through the men of the Lord, man. Starting with our elders and apostles, a great millstone, man. All right, that it said that. Read that one more time.
This is Isaiah chapter 27, verse 6. And he shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root.
To take root, to spring up. Like it tells you in Isaiah 44 that they should spring up by the water courses, man.
Yeah, and that also is when you take root, that's the branches and stuff coming back together. That wild olive tree, man, because it has to connect. You have to have the same branch, man.
Foundation.
Yeah, you had to have a foundation. Man.
Let me keep going. Israel shall blossom and bud.
It said Israel shall blossom and bud, man. That word bud goes back to Tazamat, which means to grow. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
and fill the face of the world with fruit.
And fill the face of the world with fruit, man. Look how many different brothers around the world on one accord declaring the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. The brothers out here that's prophesied, man.
Hey, we got brothers in Peru, man.
Come on, man.
We got brothers in Italy. We got brothers in London,
Canada.
You name it, we got it, man. How do you say? You name it, we got it, baby.
God. That's right.
That's right.
God. Any more on that?
That was it.
Go back to that Ezekiel for me.
I got one precept.
Go ahead. Yeah,
This
we
is
just experienced.
Jeremiah 3:15. It reads, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart,
Yep.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
Go ahead.
And we know who that is on the four corners of the earth. Hey, through the unicorn.
Hey, he said, I will give you pastors according to my heart. Mine is possessive, man. Not your pastors, man.
Right.
That's the Lord, man. The Lord said, I will, read it again, bro.
This is Jeremiah 3:15. It reads, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart."
My heart, man. Not your theological seminary schools, man. Not Esau's heart. Not his 501c3.
Not no dogma.
Yeah, not no dogma. None of that, man. He said my heart. That's possessive, man. That means he set them up from the foundations of the earth, man. That goes back to what? Predestination.
Jeremiah 1 and 5.
Yeah, man. He have known them through the womb, man. Not your pastors, man. Keep going, bro.
"Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Going back to Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, man. Eat the whole roll, man. That whole roll represents these scriptures, man. The whole Bible, man. The Tanakh, the Apocrypha, and also the New Testament, man. Coming out of the book, man.
The Torah.
The Torah.
Torah.
Salaki, bro.
You good?
Salaki. Yeah, slip of the tongue. Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Lives it on that, bro.
God. Yeah, read that 8 again. We're gonna read that. We're gonna stop at 11. Then we'll pass it to you, bro.
This is Ezekiel 36:8. It reads, "But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel,
Yep.
for they are at hand to come.
Yep.
For behold,
Because the elect are being gathered, man. Go ahead.
for behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown."
Right, going back to Ezekiel 37, man. How the Lord put the skin and the breath back into us, man. He said that you should be tilled and sown, man. Keep going up.
"And I will multiply men upon you."
And I will multiply men upon you. Going back to the prophets. The men of the Lord that are out here teaching. Keep going.
"All the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the ways shall be built."
Right, and it said the waste shall be built, and that's proof that this is going back to the house of David. It said that the waste shall be built. Now give me Isaiah. Hold that real quick. Give me Isaiah 58. Give me Isaiah 58 and verse 12. All right, and this is proof that this is the house of David.
This is Isaiah 58 and 12. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Yep.
Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations.
Yep.
And thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of past dwellings.
Matter of fact, start at 10. Start at 10, we'll eat off that whole thing. Just to prove that this is the house of David that's coming back, man.
Isaiah
Okay.
58 and 10. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry,
Yep.
and satisfy the afflicted soul,
And that's what the prophets are doing. It said, if thou draw out thy soul to feed the hungry.
Con,
All right, it said that, and to satisfy the afflicted soul, go ahead.
I don't make a point.
Go
Because
ahead.
that's showing you that Yahweh said what? That this word, he said, take my flesh and drink of my blood, man. This is the spiritual food and water to feed the people.
That's right.
It says, if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness shall be as the noonday.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall guide thee continually,
Yep.
and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones.
And make fat thy bones. Going back to Ezekiel 37, giving us the breath, the knowledge, putting the skin upon us. He said that he shall satisfy thy soul in the drought. Go ahead, keep reading.
Thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not.
Now, hold on, before we finish, get Isaiah 44 to make that point, verses 4 and 5. Because the Lord said back in Isaiah 58 and 11, he said, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. Now go ahead, add that on there.
It's Isaiah 44 and verse 4. And it reads, "And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses.
Boom, keep going.
And one shall say, I am the Lord Yahweh, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Boom.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Come on, man. So that's happening in the earth, man. And this is how we know, like I said earlier, that this is the house of David, because when you go up in that chapter, it goes back to Jeshurun. What that word Jeshurun means, upright and elected.
Yep.
Okay? So it's talking about the elect. Okay, which we know that represents the house of David, man. Yep, come. Now jump back to Isaiah 58, finish that off.
Isaiah 58 and 12. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Yep.
Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations.
Look up many generations. Pull that up too.
It says, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach,
Yep.
the restorer of past dwellings.
Yeah, there we go. And they give you the answer right there, the restorer of the breach. Okay, because what was breached? The house of David. But now we're in a time where the Lord is restoring the house of David. He's restoring those breaches, man. And the tribes are coming back together. Okay? But give me that word for generations and just to seal that off. All right?
It says, what? One place, habitation,
C. Definition C.
generation, characterized by quality, condition, class of men.
There you go. Read it again.
It says, verse, it says, thou shalt be, and they shall be of thee, shall build the old waste places, thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations.
Yep.
Thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of past dwellings.
Right. So that's the generations that we just read, man. It said, read it one more time, or class, what it said?
It says, characterized by quality, condition, class of men.
The class of men. Come on, man. That's the house of David, man. Ain't no way around that.
When you look up the call, and when you look up the call in Romans, I think it's 1 and 5, and it goes down what the call is, the definition of the call. One of those definitions of the call is it says those invited to a banquet. Then it says it says the best of his kind in class.
Come on, man.
The best of his kind in class. That's the elect. The elect are the best of its kind in class. You know how your old boy Callis say we the best? And the elect is the best. You see?
That's the first fruits.
the first fruit. Come on now.
You know? Finish off that Ezekiel 36 and 11. You got it, brother.
Con.
Oh, give me Amos. Give me Amos too. Yeah, give me that real quick. Give me that real quick. Yeah, give me that real
On
quick.
point now, brother. It's Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof.
And close up the breaches. We just read the restorer of the breaches, the path to dwelling. Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, and that's happening right now as you speak, as you watching this current live stream, man. The men of the Lord, the brothers you see all over the world. Go ahead.
I must read verse 12.
Go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom. Who? The remnant of Edom. The remnant of Edom.
Yup.
And all of the heathen,
And all the heathen.
which are called by thy name, said the Lord that do this.
Right. So there's gonna be slavery in the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
You know, and Jake can't accept that, man. You know, hey, this is righteousness, man. It said that the house of David, all right, is going to possess the remnant of the heathen. Okay,
Starting with Edom.
starting with Edom, man.
He said no slave in the kingdom. That's what they think. Let me finish it out. Verse 13. Amos chapter 9, verse 13. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. And that plowman is going to be what, man? Jake, man. Jake is going to overtake the reaper, man.
Because we've been the ones that's been serving slaves.
Exactly, man.
And we're the ones putting the work in.
Yep.
This
for the
building
Lord.
society,
Right
man.
now. That's right.
In the tender of his grapes, that him that sows seed in the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
Yep.
So this man's whole empire is going to destruction, man. Because Jake's gonna overtake this place, man. Very soon. Man, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Spanish, you are actually living in a time of Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep.
But guess what? The Lord blinds you so you can't even see it, man.
Yep.
And that's heavy judgment that you can't even take hold of yet, man.
You can't see it now, but you're going to feel it soon.
Right.
Very soon.
You about to
Very
get hit-
soon.
You about to get hit with that knockout punch.
Yep.
Yep.
You're going to feel it.
People be getting snuck.
Yep.
See the hit come, and that's a Lord about to hit y'all.
That's that club punch. You give me that club punch.
Jake
You're about to get
walk
club
around
punch,
with
man.
that glass jaw, man. He's about to get broke.
Yeah.
Finish that out.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 10, and it reads, and I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it. And the city shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be builded.
Yep.
And I will multiply unto you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring forth and bring fruit.
Yep.
And I will settle you
after your old estates.
Going back to them generations, going back to the house of David, the old estates, all of Israel being, all 12 tribes being back together. Go ahead.
And I will do better unto you than at your beginnings. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
You know? So we in those times, man. You know, the Lord is establishing everything according to prophecy. Jacob is coming back together. The tribes is coming back together, man. You know? So that's what's happening in the earth. This is what these Edomites and these heathen can't stop, man. You know? So we're in a time with a famine of the word. You know? Esau's going to pretty much shut this internet down. You know? So, hey, it's the power of prophecy, man. You know?
And I say, I want to do a quick precept, following what you just said, man, because as the Lord is raising up the generation of old, it's our job to go back and look what the Lord did for our people back then, man. See how he did with King David and all that, man. This is Deuteronomy 32:7. It says, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. And that's what we're doing, man. Bringing you back to your remembrance to show you how the Lord, you know, how he acted with our people, man.
Keep it Job 8 and 8. Go
By
ahead.
his spirit, yeah.
Yep.
You jump in there.
Yep, come on. With you.
That right there is showing you how the Lord, cause what we're doing is bringing our people back to show you how the Lord, you know, how Israel's supposed to be conducting themselves.
Yep. This is Job chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, for the former age, and prepare thyself to search of thy fathers.
So when you inquire, that means you diligently seek and search. So you're supposed to inquire. The Lord said, I pray thee. So like Job said, I pray thee. He said of the former age. So the only way you're going to know what's to come is to know from whence you come. Here's the reason why. Keep going, finish it out.
Verse 9.
Oh, no, I'll bring it back again.
God, this is Job chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of the fathers.
You keep going? Yeah, keep going.
Verse 9. For we are but of yesterday.
We are but of yesterday. So how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you came from? Go ahead.
Right.
Know of nothing, because of our days upon earth are a shadow.
So it's a shadow. You hear, you die, you go back to the spirit realm, the Heavenly Father gives you your judgment and send you back every third or fourth generation.
Right.
According to the Bible. Not according to thoughts, feelings, emotions, the Christian church, Greco-Roman beliefs, according to the Bible. The teachers of the Hebrews, the teachers of the Israelites, and of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, who's the Hebrew name of the Heavenly Father and the Son, who people ignorantly call God and Jesus.
Right. True God of the Bible, man.
Yep.
Not the God that the people of this world go after, man.
Yep.
Man, he got a heavy precept. You put it on, bro.
Yep.
Start at Acts 8 and 30.
All right, this is the book of Acts 8 and 30. It says, and Philip ran
Read it
thither.
up loud. Read it louder, bro.
And it reads, Acts 8 and 30, it says, and Philip ran thither to him, heard him read the prophet Elijah, and said, understand thou what thou readest?
Yeah, and that's what the people should be coming to the men of the Lord saying. Asking and inquiring, what are we reading, man?
Yeah.
Asking what's going on? Why are y'all reading out the Bible, man? What's going on? Are we living in some serious times? Yes, man. Keep going.
Verse 31, and it says, and he said, how can I, except some men shall guide me?
Except some man shall guide me.
Yep.
So according to the Bible, you have to be taught by men of the Lord, man. Not your pastors that went to a school and got paid. That is not biblical, man. Read it again, verse 31, bro.
Verse 31, and it says, and he said, how can I, except some men shall guide me?
Except shall man shall guide me. So the men of the Lord are going to guide you out of the Bible, man. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. That's how you get understanding. Not going up in the church screaming and yelling and then praise dancing. You ain't learning nothing, man. Coming out of the Bible, that's where you're going to get understanding. According to the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
Not the men that's set up by this system, man. Set up by this draconian laws, man. That when you have to be pay money, get tax exemption just to read the Bible, man.
With precept. This is the book of Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
Ooh, and that's heavy, man. Read that again, man, because I don't think these 12 tribes hear me, bro. Read it
Isaiah
again.
30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction,
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
That's why you see your teachers, man. You Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic, your teachers are right here telling you and giving you the true understanding of the Bible, man.
Prophecy.
He said prophecy, man. The whole Bible is prophecy. Why y'all not talking about that? You talk about everything else, but you not talking about prophecy, man. Go again, bro.
This is Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord Yahweh give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Guess what? The teachers of the Lord, the true teachers, are not here in the corners no more, man. We are right in your face, man. You have no excuse to not know that you are 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's no excuse, man. You want a question? Come ask, man. We'll break it out of the Bible, man. But you don't inquire, so guess what? When it's Jacob's trouble start, that martial law, you ain't got no excuse, man. The teachers is right here. Read it again, bro.
Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity,
The bread of adversity, man. All the hell and affliction that you Negro, Latinos, and Native American is catching in America, and you ain't complaining? What's wrong with you? You catching hell, man. This is your captivity. This ain't fucking folly. You supposed to be goddamn repenting, man. The Lord is coming back to destroy America.
That's right.
But you think it's all fun and games. You think it's all fun and games. Why? Because Trump ain't told the martial law to come out yet? You don't think they going to your neighborhoods? They coming to vaccinate you. They coming to vaccinate the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Yeah, get your pocketbooks and walk off. Because y'all don't want to hear the truth. You hate the damn Bible, man. You hate the Bible. But you think you're a Christian. The Lord gonna destroy y'all, man. Bring it back.
this is Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
We're not moved in the corner anymore, man. We telling you out of biblical how it's gonna go down. It's gonna be martial law, race wars, famine of food, World War III. It's gonna be women that's gonna get raped out here, man. Why you think they trying to defund the police? They defund the police, they ain't coming to your neighborhood to help you. You have to defend for yourself. So what about you independent women? What you gonna do in that day? Them men gonna be grabbing you up, man. Ain't nobody gonna care. Why you think they make the biblical movies? Because they read the Bible. Some you Negro, Latino, Native Americans refuse to do because you lack understanding.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
Thy eyes shall see thy teachers. You see us bringing out the Bible, man. You see the 12 chart sign. We even got the other sign with the heathen nations' names on. But do you come and inquire? Do you come and ask? No, man. Keep going.
Verse 21, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it.
What? Read that one more time, bro.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it.
Thy ears shall hear the words of the Heavenly Father. Walk in the law, statutes, commandments. Because guess what, Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanics, the laws ain't never been done away with. Your pastor lied to you, man. The laws ain't done away with, man. The laws on to you till you die, man. Because you are what? You have given a covenant to your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read it again,
You read
bro.
Romans 7 chapter.
That's the spirit.
Romans 7 chapter.
Get that
bro.
real quick.
People don't believe that this is so in the Bible.
Yep,
Sorry,
give him
at
that.
the top.
Give him that.
Romans the 7th chapter proves what the brother just said.
New Testament.
We're not giving you no opinions, only precepts.
Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
That I speak to them that know the law. Because when Moses was on the hill, who was giving the laws, man? You read Leviticus 26th chapter and the 46th chapter, the 46th verse. The laws was only given to the Negro, Latino, and Native American. It wasn't given to the heathen nation. So your pastor is lying to you, man. Read, study. Study to show thyself approved. If you're not reading, how you gonna study? Read it again.
Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
That to them that know the law. Because it's spiritual, man. You Negro, Latino, Native Americans know when you're doing wicked. Because we have conscience, man. You women walk around half-ass naked, you know that's wicked. You let the children be raised in this wicked society like that, and you ain't saying nothing? Because why? You letting the Esau, the so-called white man, influence you, man. Instead of being influenced by the biblical, by the Bible, man. The law, statutes, commandments.
says, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
That the law had dominion over a man long as he liveth. So why is your pastor telling you it's okay to eat pork? It's okay to eat lobster. It's okay to eat shrimp. Guess why, Negro, Latino, Native American man? Why you think y'all get gout? Why y'all think y'all got high blood pressure? Because it ain't meant for you to eat that. You're a royal people. You're a royal. You don't supposed to eat that. That was slave food. But what y'all do, you made it a delicacy. You think it was something good. So you keep feeding your children generation to generation. Now look at us, destroyed. Because you weren't following the law, statutes, commandments.
Right. That's when Esau comes with this whole, what they call it, generational sickness or whatever.
Yep.
Talking about high blood pressure and all that runs in the family. No, that's just because you have bad health, you have bad eating habits, man.
Yep.
Because once you stop doing that, that then breaks that that so-called that curse, man.
Jake ain't keeping the dietary law.
Yeah,
Right.
Jake ain't keeping the dietary laws, man.
But-
Because the dietary laws will tell you what not to eat. You look that word diet up, it means way of life, man.
Right.
So you supposed to be following the dietary laws, man. So why you think your grandma got high blood pressure? Why you think they pushing that COVID-19 on you Negro, Latino, Native Americans?
Yep.
Why? Because your diet messed up, man. Your immune system is weak.
Yeah,
it's diminishing.
Say you're the most at risk, but this is going to show you that this is the wicked of our people, man. They don't understand these things, man. But this is John 5:46. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words?
God, man, read that again, bro.
This is John 5:46. For have you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words?
Man, how you gonna believe the words of the Heavenly Father when we coming straight out of the book, man? And he said even Moses had a problem with the Negroes, Latino, Native Americans back in the ancient time. Because y'all rebellious, man. Y'all don't care. Y'all think everything's gonna go back to norm. You're gonna get to go to Walmart, you ain't gotta have your mask on. Guess what, man? This is the new norm, man. And guess what? All the eyes are on so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. These so-called white people, they want to come get you, man. Read that again, bro.
John 5:46. It says, for had you believed Moses, you would have believed me.
If you believe Moses coming out the Bible, man. He's coming out the laws, man. You will believe us. We're coming out the Bible, man. So why are y'all so mad that we read the Bible? But I thought this was a God-fearing country. I thought y'all was Christians. Thought y'all went to the Baptist church. But that's showing how the hypocrisy of you damn Negroes, Latino, and Native American. You bunch of damn hypocrisy, man. Hypocrite. The word hypocrite goes back to actors. You damn faking the funk, man.
Right.
You don't care about the Bible. Because if you did, you would listen.
Right. It says, for had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me.
See, he wrote of him, man. He wrote of Yahushua, man. He wrote of the Lord. The Lord was being written in the Old Testament.
You go into the precepts, man, in Exodus, the Lord said he was going to send an angel, and the angel was talking about Yahushua. He said he was going to, we supposed to listen to him, man. So up until the Lord's actual time on this earth, when he came through Mary and Joseph, man, you know, he had people set up like Moses to bring out his word, man. You know? And so because it says, if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? So if people rebelled against Moses, how these are the same people that's going to rebel against the Most High. So we already know that these niggas not going to listen. So this word is only for the elect, man. That's right. I got one more precept. This is John 15. Yeah, John 15 and 20.
That's what I call it.
22. It says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned.
See, if we ain't come out here to tell you that, guess what? Race wars are going to happen. Famine of food. It's a famine of food going on. Why you think there's shortages in your stores, man? What you think that's going to go back to norm? No. It's about to be a second wave of COVID-19. There's going to be some vaccinations, and there's going to be some chipping. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast.
But ultimately, if we didn't come out here and let you know the wickedness that you've been doing, then you wouldn't know that you're sinning, man. Because a lot of these people that call themselves so-called Christians don't even know what the hell sin is, man. You know, it's evident. But all you gotta do is ask any of you people out here, what is sin? The answer, it's what God does not like. What the hell? How do you know what God don't like if you don't read the Bible, man? Because if you go into what sin is a transgression of the law. Now, if the law has been done away with, how are you sinning? And then if the law is done away with, why do you need so-called Jesus to come back and save you if you're not sinning, man? So that goes to show you, you Christians don't know what the hell y'all be talking about, man. Y'all don't do no studying or nothing. But he says,
They lean on their own understanding.
right, it says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. They don't have cloak. They have no excuse now, because now that you have the prophets out here letting you know everything that's going on and everything that's coming, when this shit comes upon you and you get taken offended, hey, don't cry then, because you had an opportunity to repent and you didn't. So when all this goes down, hey, all we can do is sit back and tell you people, I told you so.
Get Ezekiel 33 for him.
No?
I got a quick precept. I'm going to get
Come.
get that. And this is out the mouth of the Lord. This is out the mouth of the Messiah. This is Matthew 5:17 through 19. And it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law 33. Of the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
And that's what you're seeing happening, man. The fulfillment of prophecy, man. The Lord said He's coming to fulfill, man. It's a bunch of prophecies being fulfilled right before your eyes, and one major prophecy that your teachers is on the highways and hedges, man. It said Matthew 24:14, man. The gospel of the kingdom shall be preached to the four corners of the earth. Then the end shall come, man. How is it gonna be preached, man? By the men of the Lord, man. Why you think you see all different churches throughout the world? That's just like in the New Testament, man. When Paul was speaking, the churches represent the camps, man. Why you see the brothers out there teaching, man? We got brothers in Mexico. We got brothers in Peru, South America, London, all around the world teaching this Bible, man, in truth and sincerity, man. Not coming out our vain opinions, man.
All the brothers are speaking that same word, man, showing you this is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. One spirit, one mind, man. Mm-hmm. We all have the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yep. Verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
Right, so the Lord, when Yahweh came on the scene and sacrificed himself for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, he never did away with sin. He fulfilled his duty, which was become that perfect sacrifice for Israel, man. That didn't mean that, oh, now you can eat pork. Now you can commit adultery. Now you can go worship whatever God you want. Nah, that never changed, man. The covenant still stands because the Lord never changed, man. He's the same forever as, I the scripture, I forget exactly how you say it, but yesterday, yeah, so he never changed, man. Yeah. So when Yahweh came, he just fulfilled it. He never did away with the law, man. It's like the brother said, your pastor out here lying to you, telling you the law is done away with, man.
Verse 19, whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
So if you teaching our people that you can break, because that scripture tell you, you break one command or one law, you break all of them, man. So if you teaching the people any type of way to break the laws, man, you're gonna be a low Israelite in the kingdom, man. Yeah, we all gonna be royalty, but you're gonna have hell shame on you for doing that, man. So that's a great offense that you're doing, because you're leading our people to the slaughter, man.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
And the same is going to be called great in the kingdom, because we're doing what the Lord commanded us to do, man. We're telling our people to repent, to come back into the Lord, to teach our people the correct way to live, man. Yep. And that's how you please the Lord, man. That's how you do what the Lord asks, man. But you people don't know how to please the Lord, man, because you are too concerned about filling your own belly, pleasing your flesh, man. Like you said, this law is spiritual, man.
Isaiah 52, because you were mentioning about how the body of the elect are on one accord. You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah 52, get straight to the point, verse 8. Isaiah 52 and 8, and it reads, it says, the watchman shall lift up the voice.
Ooh, man, that's just the men of the Lord lifting up that banner, man, lifting up that standard. When you read Isaiah the 13th chapter.
It says, the watchman shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua bring again Zion.
And that's us being on one accord, man. Singing that new song, man. That new song, that new praise upon the earth. And that's what you're saying, man. Every brother's in one mind, one accord, man. On point, man. That's why you see brothers, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you see brothers, cancers popping up, brothers is listening. Brothers are hearkening to this word and taking heed, man, and giving warning, man. Of who? Of Yahweh Yahushua. Because we're living in some serious times, man. That's why Jake is in that dumbed down, docile state, and he need to wake the hell up, man. Because his enemy about to come in with a great flood, and hey, he's gonna come. It's a wrap, man. It's gonna be a wrap, man. Let me grab. I got one more.
this is because it's on the law, man. This is Romans chapter 3, verse straight to the point, verse 31. Do we then make void of the law through faith? Yahweh forbid.
Right. So we're not supposed to be willingly breaking the law. That's why we read earlier that you have no cloak for your sins, because once you are being let know that what you're doing is wrong in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, if you continue to do it willingly, you are willingly disrespecting the Father, and you're willingly going to be you're going to be judged for that, man.
Yep.
And the Lord's going to hear. He's going to give you a sentence, which we know the wage of sin is death, man.
Yep. Let me keep going. Yeah, we established the law.
Yeah, we established the law by telling our people that we're still under the covenant of the Most High, man. You know, keeping the law to the best of our ability. As we know, it's impossible to keep the law all 613 laws perfect, man. So we do the best we can, as I told you in Judges, man. You know?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Yeah, we're rehearsing the righteous acts now, man, by keeping the law to the best of our ability. But the most things we're doing is teaching His word, man. Because this is how you please the Heavenly Father. Yeah, we stress about keeping the law, but keeping the law is not going to get you saved, man.
Right.
You know? Because like I said, it's impossible to keep 100%, man. And the Lord, you know, He came for the duty of what? For us to fulfill His word, which is the what? Teach the people, man. Yep. Because we're the shepherds in place of Yahweh Shah right now, the leaders flock, man. Feed the sheep, man.
Yeah.
And as He said, if you love the Lord, you're gonna do what? Feed His sheep, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord asked Peter that 3 times. 3 is completion, man. You know, so with that knowing that, and we have a duty to Him, man. And if you're not doing that duty, man, hey, just like it tells you in that same chapter in Matthew 5, that hey, that salt without favor, the savor is gonna be done away with, man.
John. This is St. John chapter 21, verse 17. And He said unto him, let me start up. This is St. John chapter 21, verse 15. So when they heard a denial, Yahweh Shah and Simon and Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Then these said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. Verse 16. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said to him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. Verse 17. St. John 21, verse 17. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh Shah said unto him, Feed my sheep, man.
That's our sole duty. Not no gimmicks, not out here dropping rap videos, not out here trying to tell our people to go and fight against Esau. Only thing we're commanded to do out here is teach the people, man. Teach the people to repent and come back unto the Lord. That's it, man. And that's only 2 of the elect. Like I said, the brother said, anybody out here that hears His word, you got questions, you come up here, we'll give you the answer through the scriptures, not our own vain opinions, man. But in the end, it's only for the elect, man. So if you can't get it, we moving on. At the end of the day, man, because hey, the things that Esau about to come down with, it's not nothing to be played with, man. This is the wrath of the Heavenly Father that's about to come down upon the whole earth. Right. So if you're not in tune to what the Lord has planned, then hey, you're gonna be left out there to get fucked up, man.
Hey, this is Revelation 3:10, and it reads, Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right, because hey, we're all about to get tested in that time, man. I say just because we're out here teaching the truth don't mean we're exempt. And our temptation come upon the whole world. But the only thing that sets us apart from y'all, the rest of the world, is that we have the Lord already working with us, man, already purifying us, already preparing us for the hell that's about to come, man. So we have one step ahead of you people, man. You know? So hey, what all we're trying to get you to do is go ahead and get that edge upon everybody else too. But if you don't want it, and that's your fault, man. Because this word is out here for free. We ain't taxing for no damn breakdowns. We're not out here trying to make no damn gimmicks and nothing. We're giving this word freely like how we were giving it. And if you don't want it, the hell with you. Because that's going to be to your own downfall, man.
Got another one. 2 Peter 3:9, and it reads, The Lord Yahweh Shah is not slack concerning his promise.
Right, he's not slack concerning his promise. Just because you people out here can't see Trump about to activate martial law, you can't see fucking the New World Order being taken place. You can't see everybody the chip being brought to you. So you think the Lord's word is slack, man, but it's not. It's happening, but it's called gradualism, man. He's slowly integrating you into it. That's why everything is going like it's going. Like the brother said, this new normal, man.
It says the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right, so he's giving this time, this grace period for us to repent, man. So take advantage of the grace period while we got, because this ain't gonna last forever. Like the brother Hakas says, man. Hey, this grace is only for a period of time, man. It's like you have a grace period with bills. This is your grace period to repent. But once that door is closed, that's it. And it's gonna be between you and the Lord. And if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, hey, you're gonna see the Lord's face in that day. It's not gonna be pretty, man.
Sirach 18 and 24. Think upon the wrath that should be at the end, in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
Hey, that's Job. This is Job 29:19.
Shalom.
Read that one more time, Baba Shah.
Salaki.
I think it's 29:19.
All right, this is Sirach 18 or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18, verse 24. Think upon the wrath that should be at the end, in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
Yeah, think upon the wrath of the end, man, because as we know, we understand the anger of the Lord, man, because we done read all throughout the Old Testament. We read all throughout the Old Testament and how the Lord brought lots of death upon the world, especially upon Israel, man. So knowing all that, we understand that if we don't do what the Lord asks, then it's going to bring a sore death, because as it's prophesied, it's going to be so bad out here that people are going to seek death but won't be able to find it, man. People are going to be trying to kill themselves, but the Lord is going to allow that spirit to stay in their body. They're going to suffer, man. This is a time of great suffering. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble, man. This is for you. All you people out here, you so-called Negro 2 Native Americans out here playing, thinking things is a game, man. You know, you thinking everything is sweet. And this is your time of trouble, man. Because you wicked ass motherfuckers don't want to come back to the Lord, man.
Yep. Hey, give him Habakkuk 3 and 2 and what he just said. Just to line back off that thought. Habakkuk 3 and 2.
This is Job 19 and 29, and it reads, "Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword."
Be you afraid of the sword, because we know the Lord is about to kill off a lot of people on this planet, man. And the earth has, what is it, like a couple billion?
7 billion.
7 billion people, because there's a lot of judgment the Lord's about to bring out here, man. And a lot of that judgment is going to be Israelites, man. Because we know Israel makes up the majority of the world. We're like the sand of the sea, man. So that sword he's about to bring is going to be ill, man. Go ahead.
It says that ye may know there is a judgment.
So we know that there is a judgment, because we know if you break the laws of the Heavenly Father, you will be put to death, man. And that's what we're telling our people. If y'all all scared to die, you all scared to die, man. You scared to go, you out here protesting because you think the cops gonna kill your ass every time you get pulled over. You scared of the fucking white man. How much more the Heavenly Father that made this motherfucker, man?
That's right.
You know, so if you know the Most High is about to come and bring and let mass death to the planet, why you gonna play with the Lord, man? But you scared of a goddamn cop, man. You scared of a damn pasty ass traffic, you know, that you could easily beat his ass. But you scared of this man, but you ain't scared of the Heavenly Father, man. And y'all got our priorities mixed up, man. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I got a real quick for that one. Because he said the sword, it said, be ye afraid of the sword, right?
Yeah.
This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Which is thy sword. Who's that talking about? That's talking about Esau, man.
Yeah.
Why do you think Esau is doing everything that he's doing? Because the Most High has this man set up to be his whipping stick to Israel. Yeah. If you go into the history, the Most High has always used other heathens to put judgment upon our people when we disobey them. Now we know this is our last captivity. The scriptures tell us Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we know this is Esau's kingdom, and he hates Israel. So you don't think he sees his kingdom fall, he's about to go all out to try to stop this, to try to get his birthright back, man? So this is the Most High is about to use this devil to come and kill off a lot of you people, man.
Hey, back you up. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the wicked for the day of evil. Because it's about to be evil times that's about to come upon this planet, man. Martial law, civil unrest, these racial. Why do you think the Edomites is mounting up with these damn guns, man? They ready for you, Jakes, man. You see all these videos about how these damn Edomites want to go to these protests. They want to run you niggas over. They want to shoot. They got bounties on your head, $100 a Negro head, $50 for a Mexican head. You don't think they're doing this for a reason, man? Esau is set up by the Most High to bring judgment upon you people, man. Get Zechariah 13:8 and 9, man. Go ahead.
This is Amos 5 and 18. It reads, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light."
Yeah, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Because you people really out here thinking that when the Lord comes back, it's all gonna be fun and games, man.
Skittles and shit.
Skittles and shit. You thinking the Lord's gonna come back with these big ass hugs? Everybody on the planet gonna line up in this long ass line and just go hug the Lord, kiss him on the cheek? Nah, man. He said he's gonna come back with vengeance, man. Like I said, Isaiah tells you, Lord's gonna have, it's gonna be so much murder out here, like murder, killing out here. Lord's, his garment's gonna be dipped in blood, man. You know? So if you know that's coming, why the fuck is you ready for the day of the Lord when you ain't doing what the Lord's been asking you, man? Now, like I said, you people got y'all priorities mixed up, man. Go ahead.
Verse 19, "As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light?"
Right, and that's going to pretty much tell you there's going to be no escaping the Lord's judgment, man. You know, all them plagues, whatever the Lord has ordained for your death to be, it's going to be like that. You can't get away from the judgment. You can't run. It's going to be like Final Destination, man. You know, hey, your death is ordained. It's going to happen. You know, this thing is serious, man. That's why you hear brothers come with this harsh tone, but there's no other way we can tell you that. That's why the scripture tell you about making your voice like a trumpet, you know? Yeah, because this is the alarm call, man. Because hey, the Lord is about to bring mass death upon the planet. Yeah, you got everybody out here following it up, man. Like the days of Noah, man. Married, giving in the marriage, drinking and eating shit like that. Like the shit is sweet, man. But like Trump tell you, this is the calm before the storm. You know, he's preparing everybody for what the hell is about to happen, man. You know, shit, you niggas have no clue on what's about to happen to you, man. But like I said, we up here looking crazy, and that's fine because at the end of the day, you gonna be looking for us in that time, man. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 2. "O Lord, I have heard thy speech, and I was afraid."
Yeah, we heard this word, and we were terrified, man. You know, that shit really, that's the Lord put that fear on us. Like, oh shit, that sword. That sword is coming, and we're afraid of that sword, man. So we're doing everything we can to prevent that from coming upon us. Go ahead.
"O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy."
Yeah, remember mercy because we don't want to get caught up in that, man. Because contrary to popular belief, everybody's not going to die. All right? You see Jake always say that stupid shit, well, we all going to die one day. No, that's not true. Because the Lord has the elect that he's going to save. Even the elect that they be put to death, they didn't die, man. They went to sleep for a little while, but they're going to come back, you know? So there's no death with the elect, man. So you got to get that notion that everybody's going to die off the damn head, man. You know? You got a mentality like that, you already gave up. You have no faith in it. How about you now, shot, man? You know? Go ahead.
Hey, I got to bring this out. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. "Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places." And I had to bring that out, man, because like the elder just turned around, that straight folly is going on while the words of the Lord are being taught, man. And look at Jake. Put the camera on Jake. That's their main attention is these damn bug out niggas down here dancing, man. And the words of the Lord going out, they want to watch niggas dance, man. But these same niggas gonna be out here running from bullets very soon, man. This is why the so-called white man don't take you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans serious, man. Because y'all in a folly all the damn time, man.
Jake is all about having a good time.
Yeah, Jake don't want no suffering, man.
Ain't that one book about the days of Noah?
Hey, real quick, while you get that, this is Matthew 11 and 17. It says, matter of fact, I started 16. "For whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Yeah, and we've been piping unto our people for however long we've been teaching, man. We've been telling Jake, we've been out here pushing forth this truth, give you the word, give you the name of the Lord, giving you prophecy. All right, so that's symbolic of us piping under Jake. We've been playing this music, but Jake ain't hearing it. Go ahead.
We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented.
Nope, keep going.
It says, for John, that was the point.
Okay, come.
But really, they said, we piped into you, we're not dancing because we give you this truth. We give you the beauty of the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, and you're not taking no excitement from that. You don't look at that as no big deal. And we're bringing you the evil Lord about to bring, and you're not afraid, man. And we're afraid, and we're telling you these things because we careful. You look at this like, we're just screaming at you, nigga. No, this is love, man. Because we see, like how you in the street, man. You walk out, you about to get hit by a car. We tell you, hey, get the hell out the way. We're trying to tell you, hey, wake up and get the hell out the hell out of Babylon so you don't get destroyed, man. You're not hearing that, man. And so you niggas right here fucking jigaboo music, man.
Man, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels in heaven, but the Father only. Verse 37. But as in the days of Noah, where shall also be the coming of the Son of Man? Verse 38.
And we in them days of Noah, man. Yep. You see it right all over again. Same generation. Go ahead.
Verse 38. For as in the days they were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Read it again.
Verse 38. For as in the days they were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage, until the day of Noah entered into the ark.
Right, so as you can see, man, the same thing happened today, man. Jake don't give a damn about the word. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't in him. Jake got, we say it all the time, man. Jake just gonna have to see it to believe it. Yeah. You know? He gonna have to actually see the sword in his face.
Hey, that's spirit.
You know? Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And they knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Right, and that flood is going to come by way of the martial law troops. That flood is going to come away as the icy nuclear missiles. All right, the race wars is going to come as a flood when the famine hits in and there's a drought of food and water.
Because you think, hey, like when bro turning around, all these people right here gonna get vaccinated, man. All of them heard about the vaccine, they still gonna take it, man. Because they don't have no faith, man. Because faith is a gift. And these niggas, because these are niggas. Them Hispanics and Native Americans over there, they are niggas. And they don't care about the Bible, man. And so they gonna get took away in that flood, man.
Because Jake, all he was worried about is America reopening.
Yep.
You know, they've been locked down for what, 3 months?
3 months.
So as soon as they got the word about America reopening, they out.
Back to the Father, man.
They want back to normal. Yep. That's the spirit of Jake, man. Mm-hmm. You know, so like we just read, man, the days of Noah, man, they gonna get overtaken like the flood, man. Mm-hmm. You know, it's happening all over again. You can see the setup clear.
Yeah, like we brought out earlier, man, everything is reincarnated, man. These are the ones that died in the wilderness, man. They died 40 years in the wilderness. They reincarnated, they right here, man. They had to die off.
This is Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also fervent. Yep. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
A sore slaughter, man. You know when a sword is being furbished, you see in the movies how they be cleaning that thing off, making that noise, shing, you know, for war. Hey, making it sharp, man.
It is furbished that it may glitter.
Right, and these vaccinations is part of that sword that's being furbished, man.
Right.
You know, Esau got his contact tracing. Yep. All right. He's ready to start vaccinating Jake. Yep. He already said the reason why COVID-19 is spreading is because niggas don't know how to wash their hands. And that's the narrative that Esau pushing. So exactly. But he's pushing that narrative
on all people.
Exactly.
On all people.
But he's pushing that narrative like Jake is just some nasty nigga. So you know Esau gonna buy into that shit, man. That's what's gonna be pushed.
But that's prophecy too, because it said the deeds of the righteous shall overpass the deeds of the wicked. Man. Yeah, Jake's 50, man.
it continues the rod of my son at every tree. So like I said, man, Esau's preparing to come down and mow you niggas down, man. You know? Like I said, it said that flood, the flood will come and take them away. Like I said, that flood is these truths, man.
This is the book of Isaiah 59 and 19, and it reads, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west.
Right? And that fear is going to come upon the whole world, man. All right, Esau, 2/3, everybody on the planet is going to fear the Lord in that time. But this is really what it's all about. Yes, it's about the salvation of Israel, but it's also about the fear of the Lord being put back in the earth. Because these people don't fear the Lord, man. These people have no inclination for you to sit here and awfully blast the Most High. Shows you there's no fear of the Lord, man. You call the Lord a white man. You call the Lord play yoga or whatever. They have no fear of me. How about you? It don't exist. Yeah, it don't exist, man.
So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him.
Right. So when Esau comes in and starts mowing these niggas down, you're gonna truly see the power of the Lord, how he delivering his people out of that, man. You know, some brothers gonna get spiritual powers, man. Some brothers gonna have some type of miracle happen where something miraculous will get them out that situation, man. Yeah, have a way of escape, man. That's what that means by lifting up the standard and having a way of escape, man. You know, so it's gonna be all different types of great things gonna happen that's gonna magnify the Lord's name in that day, man. And that man is gonna be for the elect only, man. You know, the elect's gonna be able to eat. They're gonna be able to drink. They're gonna be taken care of in that day. While the rest of you out here looking stupid, man.
And it's rightfully so. The Lord has to destroy these niggas, man. This is straight madness, man. This is an everyday thing with Jake, man. The Lord has to destroy these niggas, man. They got to go, man.
Right. These people don't have no thought about the Lord until they get their ass get jacked up, man.
This is Isaiah 55 and verse 6, and it reads, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found.
While he may be found, man.
Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
Right. So how do you seek the Lord? It's by coming to his midst. Coming and inquiring on what the message of the Lord is, man. And as you do that, you grow and get built up. So eventually you go out there and start warning people, start teaching people what the Lord wants, man. You know, telling people to repent and come back into your heritage, man. That's how you do that. And that's what's going to happen with the elect, man. You know?
It's Isaiah 65, in verse 12, and it reads, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, 66.6%. You niggas and two Native Americans are going to be destroyed by the sword, man. Which is going to be any type of judgment that the Lord's going to bring, mainly Esau, man.
Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Right, you niggas y'all don't care about what the Lord has to say, man. You want to do what you want to do, man. That's going to do to your undoing.
Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Because behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Right, so the Lord's going to nourish his people, man. The rest of the world, you're going to be down out here. Famine, pestilence, getting your goddamn head chopped out, getting tortured in these concentration camps. But hey, man, the Lord's going to be taken care of in that day, man.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Right, you're going to be ashamed because you had an opportunity to repent, and you chose not to, man. So when you see the men of the Lord taken care of, man, you're going to be in astonishment, man, when you see the men of the Lord getting beaten up into the chariots, man. You know, being delivered, you know, getting that spiritual power. You're going to be in awe. But you're going to be getting your ass handed to you, man. And there's nothing that you can do to change that because you sealed your judgment, man. You chose to continue with wickedness rather than repent and come to righteousness, man.
Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right. That's the end all be all, man. Hey, y'all gonna be in a pitiful case that day while we're gonna rejoice and praise the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. That's it.
Lord will be part of that number.
Lord willing, man. Right? With that being said, go ahead.
Just going into that. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5, and starting at verse 2, and it reads, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Yeah. y'all gonna be in terrible fear. Cause hey, with all these chariot sightings coming out, ain't nobody speaking on that, man. You know. So when you thinking that it's aliens and shit in these ships, you start seeing brothers get beamed up, you gonna be afraid. But you but not understanding that that's gonna be the elect deliverance in that day, man.
So far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Right, these crazy niggas on the corner screaming at us, Bibles, talking about God gonna destroy people, that that ain't coming back in UFOs. That was real, you know. Hey, we was tripping, man. We fucked up, you know. Go ahead.
We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
Right, because they think that there's no benefit from us doing this, man. You know, but when they actually see our deliverance, they gonna know everything we're saying was true.
How is he number among the children of God or the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
So that's just like the elder said, man. They just gonna have to see it to believe it. We can tell you this all day, but the spirit not working with you, you just gonna have to see it that day, man. By then it's gonna be too late. You know, so that's it, man.
And let these 2/3 continue to dwell in darkness. You know, the Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. We can close it out by saying,
Call on Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
all right? Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And double citation to our Yakim out there laboring. Shalom to you, brother.
Shalom.
Jake got it down.